Taurus, welcome back to Medicine Tarot. I'm so excited to be here with you again. August is upon us. Wow, right? Wow. And here we are again. So much going on for me personally. I'm a Taurus. Let's get started with your reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you watch that. Thank you for doing the magic of liking and subscribing. It is truly amazing, and I'm so grateful. Okay. For my Taurians, by the way, I am on Patreon. I post healing content there. I'm a transformational coach, which just means I facilitate healing paths for people. If you guys are interested in that, there's info on my website in the link below. Just be prepared to have homework if you want to get on that. It's not intense, but it's definitely I require time outside of sessions to work on things for you to attend to. Okay. This reading's gonna be lit. I can feel it. Ready? All right. Fun. Truth and pilgrimage. Delicious. Very quickly, I get this info, like the difficulty that you've been going through, this weighing of options, this weighing of what is true, what is false, in this situation, in my life, in this relationship, whatever it may be, this kind of balancing act that you have felt like was a weight on you. You didn't like to do it, right? This could have been happening months back. It's still happening, where you're trying to figure out like what to do in a situation. Like you may be, hold on. Okay. Knight of Cups and Ace of Wands in reverse, right? So somebody may be offering you a return opportunity. Somebody's offering something to you. You want to see the sun, you know? It's like you want everything to go back to its highest vibrational place, and yet here we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. There are things that are not in perfect vision. What you have seen is not the vision that you would like for the future. So you're in August, you're in the space of weighing what you should do. What is justice in this situation? Who's right? Like what's right here? What is my truth? Is my truth being honored? All of these hardcore questions. And that process for ourselves internally is difficult because it's head over heart matter, right? We go back and forth. But don't think of it that way. I was listening to these other readers here for August, and they were saying it's the meeting of the head and the heart. You know, it's a head or heart decision. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because that makes it sound like our head and heart are totally different, like we are so disconnected. That is an unhealed way to look at yourself, and a detrimental, I believe strongly. You're not making a head over the heart or heart over the head decision. You're making a decision that needs to be aligned with your truth. But what Taurus wants to do is to say, this is blank truth, blank whatever. What am I trying to communicate here? This is the blank truth, right? Like it's like, this is it. It's clear as day. It's black and white. It's not gray. It's just, we want stability, yo. We want a stable, grounded, like, okay, this is the truth, the end. However, what the situation has brought up within you doesn't feel clear, right? And it's not because it's a head or heart decision. No, it doesn't feel clear because your own truth isn't clear. And this whole situation is serving the purpose of you walking down the path to discover. It is an opportunity, not a problem. It is an opportunity to walk down the path and to discover and balance out your own truth. So this entire headache that you've been having around a relationship or whatever it may, whatever it may be, it was an opportunity this entire time. And maybe it is the opportunity to rediscover what your boundaries are. How you thought you knew boundaries, but how you really don't. How you have great boundaries, but when it comes to money, or when it comes to love, or when it comes to that thingy, you are not good at it. You're not good. You're not aligned with your truth yet. I did a really long reading about boundaries for Scorpio just now, and I feel like we shouldn't go into the purpose of boundaries now. All I'm going to say is that most people that I talk to, in the capacity of my clients, like working in sessions and stuff, or I think in our society in general, we don't understand what boundaries are, right? Or like we have a weird definition of boundaries that actually makes us feel more suffocated by using them rather than liberated. Boundaries aren't supposed to be super easy always. However, they're there for liberation. They're not there for, liberation and clarity. So this situation is asking you first to clarify your boundaries. Because once you clarify I'll call it boundaries. Once you clarify that, it doesn't feel like a head and heart decision. It feels like a decision coming from you. Or you're able to navigate certain situations in more self-respect and self-love because you're like, no, I'm meeting my own needs. I don't need you to meet all of my needs. So here I am. I'm stoked. And if something is not aligning, then we can, either disconnect or meet again, or I don't know. But it doesn't feel like someone can just rip your heart out because you've given what is that called? Like risked exposure because you fucking forgot your boundaries. Real talk. Clarity will also allow you to align with your intention, Taurus, because if you're not clear on your intention, you're going to be spewing toxic verbiage at the other person in a way of self-defense, in a way of trying to fix, in a way of trying to navigate, when truly they have no idea. They're not there for you to, like, you're giving them a job that's yours. There's nothing to do with them. You navigating a situation according to your truth has really nothing to do with them. All you need to do is look at their response and figure out, is this like positive for me, or is this like still honoring me, right? And then if it's not, then you say, hey, I don't think this is honoring me because XYZ, and that's how you can remain calm, how you can remain positive for them. It's how you can be in your highest form. Yeah, a lot of confusion is getting cleared up in August, baby. A lot of confusion. And so look at the sun. I just love this. This is an opportunity for you to take a pilgrimage to your truth, to redefine your sense of self, to redefine your boundaries in relationships, and to clarify what has been muddled so that you can roam wild. Yes. So that you can come into liberty, and you will in August. I freaking love this for you. You are free-spirited. You take risks, Taurus. You're huge. You're a big person. But you have become small because of the confusion and the lack of awareness. And it's okay. This needed to happen. This was an opportunity for this process to take place. Okay? If you need help with any of this, meaning to talk through something, I'm here. The information is in the description box below. Yeah. This is the most relaxing reading I've done in 3 months. Illusions. There are some illusions here, self-illusions, right? And illusions, the other person has illusions, you do, the relationship does. There's fog. And it's almost like the image that I just got is, like yarn when it gets really tangled up, and let's say it's a bunch of different colors of yarn, and you're like, okay, I need to untangle this. And I feel like there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And if you just start hacking at it just from above and you're like, oh, let me just untangle this, you're going to tangle it more. And that's what was happening. You were tangling a situation further because you were arguing over illusions, clouded judgment, an imbalance, right? So you need to, it depends. Like if you've already taken space, that's great. But I feel like you need to totally withdraw so you can come back into balance and get to this business of taking the pilgrimage into your own truth, understanding it clear, understanding boundaries, playing the tape back and saying, okay, these are the places where I forgot my boundaries or whatever, right? Come into clarity and then allow the sun to start piercing through the clouds, because it will here in August. And I feel like so many people are like, well, is my relationship gonna last? Well, are we gonna, stay together? Are we gonna come back together? Is this gonna be okay? Is this the one? Is this my person? That's not the question I want you to ask, because you need to go through this pilgrimage, quote unquote. I don't care about you staying with one person. I care about you taking this pilgrimage to your truth and then making a decision from a self-loving, informed place, a place that's aware of boundaries, not because you are a hardcore mean person, right? A lot of us have a weird relationship with the word boundary, because the only time we hear it is when someone stepped over them, and we know that that's pain, so we don't even like hearing that word, right? But that's liberation in this weird catch-22 way. You can't roam wild if you're not fermented in what your boundaries are. Boundaries just means, like, let's say we have healthy boundaries. This is the depiction of it. We go to a place and we're like, oh shit, that's my boundary. We go over here. And over here, we feel amazing. When we get over here into the red zone, we don't feel so good. So the red zone is us reaching over what's comfortable to fix something, to, argue, to defend ourselves, to prove our point, to do all this shit past what even makes sense. And yes, of course, we become delusional, because over here we're not even living in our own lives, it feels like, right? It's like, wait, this is not even my life. Like, what is this even about? And so, okay, the universe wouldn't give you this task if you weren't up for it, baby. Okay, so trust your intuition, trust that cord that's got you rooted all the way into the earth. I feel like you're rooted into the center of the earth. Like there's stay there, stay in that flow, in that rootedness. And look, at the bottom of the deck, I have the Two of Wands. And this guy's rooted, like he's looking at his world. He's going, I'm so excited. I'm excited about the choices I have the opportunity to make, because these choices bring me closer to my 10 of Cups. We have to make choices in life, right? Okay. Keep going. Wow. All right. There's a couple of things here in this relationship that you weren't able to let go. I can't let this go. Maybe you weren't able to let go of the relationship. Like there was something unresolved that didn't allow you to fully detach and to fully come out of pain. It didn't allow you to. But it was because of this low self-esteem. It was because of the loss that you experienced due to these weak, quote unquote, weak boundaries. I don't think you're weak, babe. I'm just saying, right? If I read this in a predictive way, like I'm a fortune teller, I would say that this relationship can function if people stand in their own self-love. As cliche as that sounds, but really, this relationship has a chance if people are clear about their intention when they speak, because sometimes we get into these immature intentions of like, well, you did this and that was wrong and this is wrong and but that's not, what is the intention of those words? To blame, to hurl, to blame. And it doesn't make anybody feel good, right? So I just feel like, feels like the hidden factors of what is wrong here is a lack of choice, a lack of perspective. It's being in limbo. And this lack of choice from you and from the other person, or maybe just one, it depends, has really, really cut things. It's really cut things off energetically. The love is still there. There's an undercurrent of love there, but it's almost like playing a song without the bass and the melody. It's like the melody is all fucked up, but the bass is still there, right? So, and who is responsible for the melody, for the particulars? Both people. And it's out of tune. And so how do you get things in tune? Well, both people have to understand like what notes they're hitting, what notes they are going to accept, you know what I'm saying? All right. That's my abstract brain that always comes in handy when I do tarot readings. All right. Taurus, this is an incredible opportunity for you to become the man and the woman that this lifetime, the video cut out, I was saying this is an opportunity for you to become the man or woman that this life that you've incarnated in, as I see it, right, is asking you to become, or it's almost like destined. It's a destined growth. It's a destined affirmation of yourself. You are going to expand triplefold, right? If you understand this about yourself and you take this rather as an opportunity than a curse. And I just see you doing freaking amazing in this time to come, right? I do. I really, really, really do. And other people, that's the thing, Taurus, we kind of get sad over is that other people are not in the same place that we're in. Like, they're not ready to learn this lesson. They're not ready to do XYZ for themselves yet. And it has nothing to do with them being bad. It's just not their life path. It's not their life journey. They needed to experience XYZ more, or they're choosing that. And we all have liberty and choice. So when someone is choosing something consciously or unconsciously that is not right for them, it's not our job to fix it. It's just not. Or to do anything, really. It's not our job. We must make our own choices and hope that they align. Of course, we'll never be with the perfect partner. That doesn't exist. But partnerships are about boundaries so that the other person can feel free, you can feel free, and the place where you do meet feels abundant, and you both can give to each other. So just have a little think more about what opportunity is happening here for your healing, for your self-alignment, your reconsideration of self, sort of, and how you function, so that you can take that and bring a more beautiful union into your life. More beautiful union with yourself and more beautiful union with another person. This is truly magical. Okay? I'm very proud of you. If you need to contact me, my info is below. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It means so much. I can't do this, without that. Bye, you guys.